Hey there, boils and ghouls. It's your friend Tats, and I'm back with a new video. We have a brand new 4K to review for today, thanks to Paramount Pictures. And you already know which one we're going to talk about because I put the title in the description, in the title. So, anyway, yeah, we're going to get started on that. Just 1 second. I promise I'll get to it right away. I just wanted to show you this other thing I got in today. And thanks to Unearthed Films, we have The Abandoned. So, this movie is actually part of the After Dark horror series, you know, the 8 Films to Die For series from back in the day, and finally getting a Blu-ray release. Nice bonus features there too. Man, look at all this. We got new Circling Back with Nacho Corda? I hope I pronounced that right. Circling Back with Kareem Hussein. Circling Back with Richard Stanley. Alternate cuts, alternate endings, deleted extended scenes. Outtakes, the making of The Abandoned, in the Abandoned Den, Nacho Cerda, like I said, I'm really sorry, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. The Trial of Death, The Little Secrets of Nacho, I'll just say that. When Buck meets Nacho, and dialogue between friends, let's see, promotional gallery, storyboards, trailers, BD-ROM storyboard collection. So yeah, so wow. Nice. So thank you, Unearthed Films. Like, not much to it though. It's pretty basic. So yeah. So the slipcover is pretty much the same thing as the inside artwork. So nothing new there. But anyway, though. But still, I like this in. Hey, Unearthed Films. If you guys are interested, in maybe starting putting more movies from the After Dark horror films on Blu-ray, I'm willing to pick them up. I'll buy them. So, yeah, so it's something to think about. So if you would, please get going on that. Excuse me. All right. Now, the real reason you're here today is because from Paramount Pictures, we got from 1976, we have King Kong on 4K, and, this is the Steelbook. And one thing I got to say is, for one thing, be careful, because one thing you're going to notice, check this out. See? Yeah. You got the slipcover, right? But the thing is, when I put the Steelbook in, there is absolutely no grip on there. None whatsoever. So, at least that's how mine is. Excuse me. At least that's how mine is. So, hopefully, but like I said, yeah, you might want to be careful if you're holding this thing. However, though, when you look at it, aesthetically, it is really nice. Beautiful artwork on the back there. Kong on Skull Island and everything. And overall, I don't mind this movie. I mean, it is a fun version of King Kong. Let's see. I do enjoy the original. The original is classic. One of the greatest movies of all time. I do enjoy the Peter Jackson version. I really do. I actually like the Peter Jackson version. But I actually have some fun with this version as well. And it is kind of nice. It's kind of I'll tell you in a minute. It's going to be kind of bittersweet that we got this on 4K. But let me show you real quick what you're going to get. Like I said, yeah, be careful because like I said, this slipcover comes off really easy. Okay, and then you got beautiful young Jessica Lange there. And, you can see the, it's a gloss finish on the Steelbook. It's not matted. It's a gloss finish. You got beautiful young Jessica Lange on the Steelbook. And I'll tell you right now, in case if you're interested in knowing, young Jessica Lange in 4K, wow. I mean, Jessica Lange, Jesus, it's like, she's still, a beautiful woman at her age. So yeah, so before she reigned over American Horror Story, Jessica Lange ruled over King Kong. But no, but yeah, she looks absolutely incredible on 4K. So and we're going to open it up so you get the full effect here. Okay. And like I said, you got Kong on the back there, tearing everything up. So that's what you get. I'm going to flip it around. Okay, not the most impressive disc art, but, of course, the black, you got your 4K. And the blue is your Blu-ray, which, the Blu-ray is the extended, 3-hour version for television. Then here you go. Beautiful artwork, Kong fighting the snake creature or whatever that is. Anyway, so yeah, so that's what you get with it. And that's what it looks like. Now, we'll put this back real quick. There you go. And so, there you go. So anyway, so that's what it looks like. And honestly, it is beautiful. It is a sight to behold. And which is why I'm going to go ahead and dump this bad boy into a protective case. Come on, I know you can get in there. Come on. Sorry about this. It'll only take a second. Ah, come on, you. We'll do that later. Yeah, we're wasting time, and I don't want to waste you guys' time. So anyway, so here we go. We got this bad boy, and I will say real quick, you do get a digital code, and should you get somebody gives you a digital code for this version, you will get the 4K UHD version of the film. So there is that. And here it is. It's pretty basic, and let me go ahead and I'll show you the J card here. This is what you got. Yeah, it's pretty bare bones, to be honest with you. Disc 1, you have the theatrical version in 4K. You got Dolby Vision. You got DTS HD. Let's see here. Disc 2, you got the extended TV cut. The theatrical cut is 134 minutes. The extended cut is 192 minutes. So one thing you might want to be aware of is, like I said, it's pretty bare bones. So if you did pick up the Scream Factory Blu-ray, which does have not much, but it does have some bonus features on it, so that is something to consider. You might want to hold on to that if you got it, so that way you can have the bonus features on here. Like I said, this is not much on here, but overall, now time to talk about the picture and the sound. The sound, honestly, I kind of expected better. It's not the worst thing I've ever heard, but honestly, I kind of expected, with like like when you're listening to it, like the music score comes through just fine, but there were some scenes where kind of like I did have to kind of crank up the volume a little bit just because, like I'm listening and I'm talking, it's like, damn, I can't really hear what they're saying too well, But yeah, of course, if you got a great sound system, you'll be okay. But even still. But not everybody can afford a great sound system. Some people just have to use a speaker on their TV. So yeah. So if you're that person, yeah, there are probably some moments you're gonna have to kind of turn up the sound just to hear what they're saying. So, but anyway, and then the picture quality. Honestly, this is a hell of a. They did a really good job, in my opinion. They did a hell of a good job with the 4K transfer, and it does look gorgeous. It's probably the best this movie's ever looked. And certain scenes, like you could tell, not really a lot of. I know that's the thing. I'm not the biggest expert on DNR, so I don't know if they really used any of that. I noticed there wasn't really that much grain in the picture quality. It's like it was very, very minimal as far as like picture or as far as grain in the picture stuff. But I mean, it's a very clean looking transfer, and it looks really good. And the one thing I will say, though, and, this is something to note if you're going to get this, I will tell you this. There is a lot of effects used, in this, especially like you could tell they filmed a lot of stuff against blue screen and everything else. So, yeah, a lot of that stuff is pretty obvious. You are going to definitely know it. It's really going to be very noticeable when, like, especially like, when Kong takes the Anne character, and he's got her in his hand and everything, and you could see like you could very easily see the blue screen background. You could tell it stands out quite clearly, so that is going to be a little bit jarring. So just so you know that is in here, and it's going to be very obvious when you see it. There are also going to be moments where you can tell like the hand is kind of like a big mechanical hand that they built, obviously, because of course they can't get like a 60-foot ape or whatever, So yeah, you could tell that they there are certain shots you're going to be able to tell that it is like a big mechanical hand that they built, to put Jessica Lange into and stuff like that. And there is the scene like when she is talking to him, and and she's like, go ahead and eat me, and she's like pounding on his mouth, and you could clearly see it's like, you could clearly see it was like a big like rubber kind of mouth and stuff that they built and everything. But so I'm gonna tell you right here and now, it's like, yes, some of the bonus or some of the special effects in this movie are really, really obvious, and it's going to stand out. So that is something to note. And if if you're afraid that that might take you out of it, then maybe you're not going to be too keen on buying the 4K if it doesn't bother you. If you're kind of like, nah, it's okay, that kind of stuff doesn't really get to me or anything. Honestly, it is. It's a really nice transfer. It does look really good. They did a good job on it. Like I said, I don't know if they did like a lot of DNR, basically, like digital cleanup and stuff like that on the picture. Like I said, for the most part, it is a pretty clean looking film. It's a clean transfer. And like I said, there's very minimal grain, but, honestly, I have seen this movie a few times. I've seen it on VHS back in the day. I've seen it on cable TV and stuff, and DVD and whatnot. And honestly, this probably is the best I've ever seen the theatrical version look. But so anyway, so that's just something to be aware of. If that idea kind of puts you off, then maybe you may not want to buy this. You might be happier just sticking with the just sticking with like the Scream Factory version or whatever version you have. So take that for what you will. But overall, I'm not upset that I got this. And just the only thing that irritates me though is just, how is it okay? We could get this on 4K. We got the Peter Jackson version on 4K. Why can we not get the original King Kong on 4K? How is it we can get all these Godzilla and Kong movies? I mean, hell, we can't even get the original Godzilla on 4K. What's up with that? We can get the Roland Emmerich Godzilla on 4K, but we can't get the original Godzilla on 4K. I don't understand that. It's like, why is it we can get all these Kong and Godzilla movies on 4K, and yet we can't get the OGs on 4K? That makes no sense to me. You would, especially think, I mean, they just put out, was it Godzilla X Kong? Like, they just put that out. You think that would be a perfect time? Hey, let's jump on that. We'll get let's get the originals out on 4K now. You'd think they would have jumped on that, capitalized on that, but I guess not. But anyway, so overall, this to me is just kind of meh. Not great, not terrible. I'm not really upset that I spent the money on this, but I don't know. The only bad part though is like, yeah, I would just say, just kind of buyer beware. Like, you get this, the special effects are going to look obvious. The slipcover comes off really easy. So just so you know. So anyway, so that's it. So there you go. So if anybody took the time to watch this, I thank you for doing it, and I appreciate you for doing it. I honestly hope you enjoyed the video. Hopefully, maybe it was informative. And yeah, so if you liked the video, please leave a like. And if you haven't already, could you go ahead and please subscribe to the channel? And that's it. So take care, everybody. Have a good night, and I'll see you all later.